मेरे को ऐड कर सकता है आगे के सबको भेज ये देखो दिया इंजीनियर को बना देना अच्छा डिमांड में या पता दोनों है yes what is going on what is this what is going on next now very much political science तो मैम ये है ना no ma'am history है only your habits no ma'am that's why we are sitting together and excuse me you people are having that body NIV has only you are having chapters that will be ma'am thanks for the okay so French revolution is completed tell from that teacher no I'm asking that is French Revolution is completed no? when I have started you told me no French Revolution fully over no? So he is also new no So afterwards, when if doubt is there, we will resolve that. But now I think the socialism and Europe. Again, I will start from the beginning. Already started, I think so, but it's not remembering when it was started. No, actually, I will say. Oh. See, in French Revolution, what you have studied? In school, you have studied, no? No. You don't have a teacher for the SST. You have a teacher only for geography. Not even geography, like in our class, not even. So, which school you are? Last school. The best ever. You are same. So you put them same class actually, and we don't have any like teacher for SST. And like English teacher for this, then he excuse me. So this lesson is totally. Yes, now done. Then political science no lesson is started. इकोनॉमिक्स का पहला कंप्लीट हो गया उसके बाद भी जो अलग होगा तेरे को कैसे मिल रही है टीचर मेरे को क्या पता है विलेज हाँ ओके तो स्टोरी हो हाँ फिर ओके ज्योग्राफी में स्टार्ट करें ओके साइंस something. But here, sir, that lesson. That lesson is completed. Second lesson also, I think it is complete. Yes, no? Which one? Physical settings. Physical features. Okay. Now, drainage I have taken. Then, political science, nothing is taken. Yes, ma'am. But you are not having the book now. I don't have any problem.
What is politics?
Political science, you used to tell civics, no? So the name of that is political science, democratic politics.
Oh.
Politics, no? That is the problem. Huh? I don't have any problem.
Mama, I don't have
US. After some days, we don't feel bad. If it is not taught, then problem will begin.
And we don't have.
We don't have.
We can ask them.
Yes, ma'am.
Should I go and read them?
One, see.
Yes. Okay. Should I?
Yes. I don't know. If they are giving.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Have you heard the word democracy? What is democracy? Try. No, see.
Right.
Hello. Yeah, you are online. Nakshatra.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
See, what no meaning? They have suggested that the political science will have.
उनके पास 9th का extra copies नहीं है.
Okay, you listen. नहीं है. Okay, चलेगा, but no, because that portion is not in standard. That is why, no problem. Next day you have to bring. Now you listen. Okay, Nakshatra, the political science, the first lesson. Huh? Am I audible to you?
Yes.
Pardon?
I didn't say anything.
Okay. So, the first lesson, what is democracy? What is democracy and why democracy? Okay. So, democracy as a system of government. So, why we are discussing about this democracy as a system? See, your textbook name is Democratic Politics. So the whole book deals with the democracy. One way or other, the word democracy is coming. In democracy, what all are the formal conditions? Okay. So first, we must understand what type of system was prevailing earlier. You learned about the French Revolution. In that French Revolution, people revolted against what? You try now. Against whom that people revolted? So against the king. So against the monarch. The word is given monarch. So that monarchy was a dictatorship. So against the dictatorship, a new form of government came into being. That new form is called a democracy. Let's see what is it, what actually mean. People try to define in different ways. Here in your book, the debate type of conversations are the students were telling. Why they were telling? Earlier book, there was one lesson. That lesson was about what happened in Chile, what happened in this country, what happened in that country. So then it was mentioned that all those countries can be called into democracy or not. So the students in the classroom had a doubt. After learning one lesson, why is it required to define the words? That was the conversation. Children told different reasons, different questions they asked. So if you were also in that position, you learned one lesson, and afterwards the second lesson starts with what is democracy and why democracy. Naturally, you will also get a question mark. Is why I am studying now as a second lesson. So there was so many type of opinions from the students. So they were asking, say, we don't need some kind of definitions for it. If I am telling, can you give that book? I don't have to explain to you this yellow color, then that lavender color book. I'm just asking you, give me that book. So you can understand my question and you can give it to me. If I am asking, okay, can you give me that pen which is that black color? Because only one pen is having that black color. So I have to specify it. So the here also the same thing is coming. That is whether we need to define it or not. Why to define? See, when you were coming, whether rain was there or not?
No.
It was raining. Okay. So we just tell that it was raining when I came. You are not going to tell about that is it was a downpour, it was a small drizzle. So you are giving the word rain. Nakshatra, am I audible?
Yes.
So we are not required to define it. Okay, it was a heavy downpour or like that. So there are some things which we are not required to define. So here we need some kind of definitions. There were some definitions like a very famous definition which was given by Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln, the former American president. Earlier, that is before our birth, that is Abraham Lincoln. So he no, that Obama. That earlier, that 21st century only. I am talking about 19th century person. He gave, American president, he gave the definition, democracy is a form of government. So, yes, what is that? Of the people. So, it is a system of government. In all the areas, the word people coming. Of the people, for the people, and by the people. So, it is a common definition which is registered in the minds of the people. That is what it says. Democracy was established with the revolution in England, 1688. Okay. So now listen. So of the people, for the people, and by the people. Now let's take little changes I want to make here. Some spellings I am going to change. Let's see how it is. The people, the people. So, little change I have made. So what way the definition is changing? Away from the people.
Forget the people.
Forget the people. After election, it completely. We elected them. Then after 5 years, they remove them. So that is what to forget. Now, by the people. For what by? So this is what happened in a modern day. Okay, leave it. So the Abraham Lincoln defined democracy like that. But this word democracy originates from the Greek word demokratia. Democratia. Kratia. TIA. Kratia. Democratia. That is also again the rule of the people. So Greek word democratia. Why? In Greece, people themselves rule. Small units were the city-states were the. They ruled by themselves. That is why in the Greek city-states, the rule of the people was there. So they began to call the system of the government as democracy. Clear? Now, then again, if you see smaller units are there, they can all rule by themselves. They can take decisions by themselves. But if the unit is a very large one, how can they come and sit together and take a decision? Have you ever imagined that the whole people in the country going to Delhi to take a decision? Is it possible? No. Where they will sit? How they can take the decision? So, in the modern day, for the practical purpose, there was a system developed, that is, the people elect the representative. So, in that case also, people are there, they elect. Representative or ruler to rule. Understood? So that kind of system came to be called as democracy. That means people elect the ruler. Okay. So they are ruling for the people. So people elect the ruler, and that representative is the ruler, and the ruler for the people. So that system is practicing in the modern times. Did you get it? Now, This particular system, each word we have to define. You got the background, how it all came. And this system, how it is working, each word, in that people is the, elect is the, ruler is the. So what are the conditions? It is a form of government, and it is a form of government in which people elect. So people also, what type of people are getting, or who is getting the right to vote, how was the election, all these things we have to see. Let's see how it is happening. What are the features of democracy? Now, nobody is having book, so you have to write. Huh? What are the features of democracy? The first feature of democracy. Major decisions are taken by elected leaders. In that, there is a kind of explanation or the story given how elected leaders are there. The best example is given about Pakistan. Okay, can we call Pakistan as a democracy or not?
No. No.
Why can't we? Why can't we?
Because like in example, they are allowed to wear makeup and does it restriction and
Okay, she is telling about the freedoms are not.
Yes.
I'm just okay, taking that point. Can you go? Why you are not calling Pakistan as not a democracy? Okay. And let's listen.
Like Indians, they
Okay, that again it is coming as freedom. No freedom. Yes, you tell. He is also telling about the freedom. Okay. You don't have any comment. You also don't have any comment. Okay.
Okay. Oh.
Yes, yes. I am talking about the government. Government. In Pakistan, people go to the polling booth, they elect the representatives and form the government. So if you are telling only about that electing the government,
Like he will the representative there, the person which they had doesn't rule properly, means decided and elected and
I'm going to that point only. See, in Pakistan, the condition was like that. Army can control. Army is having the power to control the elected government. So those countries are army. Those countries which are having that power to control the elected government. That means the army is having the power to control the elected government. That cannot be called as a democratic country. So in Pakistan, many times what happened, elected governments when they were ruling over, the military captured the power, seized the power. One example is that Pervez Musharraf, he ruled in 1998 onwards. He was a military dictator. He captured the power from the elected government, ousted the government and captured the power. Now what he did is that while ruling, he made all the changes in the constitution to concentrate the power in him. See, we have a constitution. The constitution is the set of rules according to which the country is governed. So the laws are made by the parliament and that rules are applicable. But that itself is amended by the military dictator. So that shows that the popularly elected government is not having the power. Then what he did, he asked for a referendum. Referendum means people have to say yes or no for that. So then he thought that all the people will support his policies and people said no. And he had to go out. But in that case, we cannot call that Pakistan's government is democratic because the army is having the capacity to seize the power, capture the power, or it can remove the existing government and capture the power. Okay, so that first point example it is given in the textbook. You have to read about that. So only those elected leaders have the power to take a major decision. In our country, let's take who is taking the decisions. Prime Minister Modi and his that cabinet. It is not about the party we are talking. That the Prime Minister and the cabinet are elected by the people. Understood? So elected government is having the power to take the decisions. So only such governments can be called a democratic government. Is it clear? First point. After reaching home, you have to read that example, that incidents about Pervez Musharraf, what he did, what was the act he passed. Okay. Now, next is that second point. Free and fair electoral competition. In India, when the elections are taking place, how many people wanted to contest in the election? They can contest. Voting. Above 18, they can vote. Contesting, that is in Parliament, Lok Sabha, the age limit is 25 and above. So those who want to contest in the election, they can. Free. Free means they have to fulfill the criteria. That is another part. If you wish to contest in the election, you can. So that is what free. Then election is fair. Means every procedure and formalities are followed. There is an election commission, that procedure, that fourth lesson you will study about it. So that all the formalities are completed. So free and fair electoral competition. Now we are going to study about the example of China. China, which party is ruling over? You have no idea, no? Chinese Communist Party. Chinese Communist Party. Okay, only that party can contest. There is no opposition. See, if you are in China, imagine you are in China, you wanted to contest the election, you are not having the chance. Okay, that is same party's candidate, 2 or 3 will be contesting, same party, only one party. So same party's candidate will be contesting and getting elected. So can we call that election free and fair? The others are not having any chance to contest. The opposition is not allowed. Criticism is not allowed. And the person who is getting elected can remain in power throughout their life. There is no change. So such kind of, so there also election is there. But what is that? It is not free and fair. So we cannot call Chinese election as or China as a democratic country. Free and fair election, it's not the, so it is not a democratic country. Have you got some idea? What is democracy? Why that democracy's conditions? What are the requirements? The first is major decisions are taken by elected leaders. Example, we have learned Pakistan. Pakistan is not a democratic country. Then free and fair electoral competition. About China, we have studied. China, oh, that is also given in your textbook. You have to read. China, and another example is given. That is here. One example is about China. About only one party is there. Second example is given about Mexico. In Mexico also, Mexico, have you heard about Mexico? No. I'll tell you. Mexico, have you heard about Mexico? Where is Mexico? Same. Yeah, you might have seen North America and South America, 2 different continents. So that North America's southern end is Mexico. Okay. So this Mexico, from that they got independence in 1930. After every 6 years, elections are conducting. Now, what is the problem there? They are changing every time, not allowing the opposition to vote properly. All the votes will come to the same party. They made like that. Even that school also, the students were told to inform their parents to vote for that party. Last moment also the polling booths used to be changed. So these all things are done to make only that party to continue in power. So can you call that Mexico's election free and fair? So The election should be conducted in a free and fair manner in which everyone should get an opportunity to contest or participate in the election, and it should be held in a fair manner. Okay. Now, so first and second point is clear to you? Okay. Now, third point is one person, one vote. Right now? One person, one vote, and one value. One person, one vote, one value. Same in India, everyone who is above 18 years old are having the right to vote. That is what we call universal adult franchise. Franchise means right to vote. Universal means it is open to all adult citizens. Okay. Now, when you are going to the polling booth, you are having a chance to vote only once. One vote only. In your line, if Prime Minister Modi is also standing, he is also having one vote. Yes, himself, no, that is any, he is not, he is voting from Delhi. Okay. Now his constituency may be somewhere else. Understood? So if he is contesting from Gujarat, imagine his vote is for that BJP candidate from Delhi. Understood? So he is also having one vote. So means I am a common person. I am also having one vote. Prime Minister is the head real administrator of the country. He is also having one vote. The value of the vote is also same. Whether I am voting or the Prime Minister is voting, same value. So this kind of characteristic is there in democracy. That is one person, one vote, and one value. Okay. You are going to the polling booth, you are also having that one vote. So if you are thinking, okay, your friend is contesting, so you feel that, okay, mera friend ko vote dene. That time your parent told, oh, party ko vote dene ka. So you thought that that person also you vote. So your vote will be invalid. Only one choice is there. Understood? So that vote, one person, one vote, and one value. So that is the next characteristic feature of democracy. So according to that, India can be called as a democratic country. Next important feature is that rule of law. What is meant by rule of law? Rule of law. What is the rule of law? Means we are following rules, regulations, the constitution. All these things are very important. Rule of law. The rights of the people are respected. Now, I have told in this thing, China, only one party is allowed to. And in Pakistan, the military have the power to overthrow the existing government. The same way, in one of the African country called Zimbabwe. Yes. Zimbabwe, what is the problem? Zimbabwe. What is the problem? That country, when they got independence, that time onwards, the party which fought for the independence, that was that ZANU-PF. That party was only ruling. Only that party is ruling. So can we say it as a democratic country? No. Because no opposition is there. Other parties are not allowed. See, the other opposition party, if it is existing also, they were harassed, they were tortured, they were not given a chance, proper chance to contest in the election also. So, some cases we can say that that is Zimbabwe's case, we can say that person, he fought for the independence of the country. He was a very good person. He was popular. But just popularity is not enough. The person may be popular, the party may be popular, but it may not the will of the people. Such kind of governments can be called undemocratic because the popular will is not with that. The popularity is there. See, what is the difference between popularity? That is, he is very famous like that. That is the popularity. But that popular person can be undemocratic. The rules and methods he used can be like that. He wanted to be like a dictator. He wanted to introduce his dictatorial policies in the country. So this way, when the country's administrators are not following the rule of law and not respecting the rights of the people, we cannot call it as democratic. Got it? Yes. So we have studied today so many things. Can you start from where we have? What is features of democracy later on only? First, we try to define democracy. What is democracy? How can we define it? You just write it. What is democracy? How government elected? Rulers are elected. You define that. Democracy. Democracy is a form of government. Democracy is a form of government. Democracy is a form of government. In which rulers are elected by the people. Elected by the people. This is what the definition. So, in which we have studied rulers. Okay. Uska definition, major decisions are taken by the elected leaders. Then, The second one is that choice. Election means giving a choice to the people. People choose. Okay, they are giving the choice. Then another thing is that one person, one vote, one value we have seen. So there is an opportunity for the people. So rulers, choice, then third one is opportunity. And next one is that government, that basic rules. Rules. So rulers and rulers are chosen by the people, means the people have a choice. Then they are getting an opportunity to select. People get the chance to make the choice, opportunity. Then another thing that the rules are there. They follow the rules. Say rule of law and respect for rights means they follow the rules. So all these are the characteristics of democracy.
Okay, ma'am.
So one by one, 10 is still the choice. 10? No, 35 is. Yes, yes. You start the first point. Here I have written.
Features of democracy.
Features of democracy, first point you tell.
Major decisions are taken by elected leaders.
So how? What is the example I have told them?
People give votes to the
Okay, so one country's example I have told for that. Pakistan. So why Pakistan is not called as a democracy?
because
Control. In India, we can see that the military means the defense forces are divided into three categories. Three categories of defense forces. Army is there, Navy is there, Air Force is there. All these are having different heads. One person is not controlling everything. So it is not easy for them to capture the power. So democracy should have that kind of capacity that nobody can catch or nobody can take over the power. Okay, so first point is clear. After that, all the examples also you have to read. Second point.
Free and fair electoral competition.
What is the meaning of free and fair?
Like there is only one leader gets involved.
See,
They don't let anyone else of the leader.
See, when we are having that right to vote, so people should have the freedom to choose the leaders.
But they don't get it.
So that kind of country is not a democratic country.
Yes, ma'am.
Example, China. Mexico also. Mexico also we have seen. Now third point, you tell.
One person, one vote, and one vote.
What is the meaning of that?
Like one person will give one vote.
So,
How's the value?
it has the same value,
Same
whether
value.
ruler or the rule. That is,
Yes.
we are the ruled. Rules are there. So all are having the same value. So that is what one person, one vote, one value. Okay, you. And rule of law and what is the meaning of it? See, they call value that rule of law. That the constitution is a valuable document. That is the Even the rulers also should follow. Means they should base it on the constitution. This rule of law derived from the constitution. They should follow that constitution. And
We should respect it.
so,
Treat everyone.
even the administrators also should respect
They should give opportunity to everyone.
everyone. Here we have seen that Zimbabwe's example, Robert Mugabe. He was the first president. So he belonged to the party ZANU-PF. ZANU-PF. So this party was responsible for the freedom struggle, but did not allow any opposition to.
Didn't give the rights.
Yes. Secondly, what is there? It is opposition parties are not allowed, and he continued to remain throughout his life. So the rights are denied. You told that the rights are denied. So rule of law and respect for rights. And how can we define that a democracy? See, 4 points are there in the definition. It is the form of government in which the rulers are elected by the people. That is the definition. How can we define democracy? You tell me.
It's a name. The people which give they have right to
No definition I told you.
Right.
Also. It is a form of government in which rulers are elected by the people. Understood? You are so restless and ready to go. I will not leave you. When the bell ring also. Okay. Those who are having that one, you just read loudly that part. That next, down.
Democracy is a form of government in which the rulers are elected by the people. Okay.
Read, no problem, run now.
But this definition allows us to separate democracy from forms of government that are clearly not democratic. In the way it
responsible.
I better. The mayor of Myanmar are not elected by the people. Those who have meant to be in control of the army become the rulers of the country. People have no say in this decision. Dictators like Pinochet are not elected by the people. This also applies to monarchies, the kings of Nepal and Saudi Arabia. You will for not because the people have chosen them to do so, but because they happen to be born into the royal family. Thus, this simple definition is not adequate. It reminds us that democracy is people rule, but every government that holds an election is not necessarily a democracy.
That is holding the election, that is not sufficient to call it a democracy. We have learned in China elections are held, Pakistan elections are held, Mexico elections are held, so Zimbabwe also elections are held. But we cannot call all of them as democratic governments. So that election, conducting the election is not sufficient to call any country democratic country.
Every government in the contemporary world wants to be called a democracy even if it is not. That is why we need to, no, that is why. That is why we need to be carefully distinguish between a government that is a democracy and one that pretends to be.
So maybe tiny chapters.
इसको हम अंदर पढ़ने के लिए ना. I can do so by understanding each word in this definition, carefully and spelling out the features of a democratic. Yeah.
Okay, next features of democracy.
It's a by definition, it is a form of government in which the rulers are elected by the people. These raises many questions. Who are the rulers in the definition? Which officials must be elected for any government to be called as democracy? Which decision is taken by a not elected official? What is that?
The answers of that only we have discussed as features.
What kind of election? What conditions must be fulfilled for the election? What are the people should be included on an equal basis? And I would say devise some simple. Finally, what kind of a form of government is democracy? Can elected rulers do whatever they want in a democracy? Or must have democratic government function with some limits? It is necessary for a democracy to respect some rights of the citizens. Let us consider each of these questions with the help of some examples.
So you.
By elected leaders, Pakistan and Pakistan general Musharraf led a military coup in October 1999. He overthrew a democratically elected government and declared himself the chief executive officer.
Listen very carefully. So he captured the power in October 1999 and he declared himself chief executive. Okay, read.
Later, he changed his designation to president.
So chief executive is president.
In 2002, held the referendum in the country, Pakistan. According to the order, the president, president can dismiss the national or provincial assembly.
In between, you have solved with lines. Wow, very good.
But we issued a legal framework order that
So that name also you have to remember legal framework order. Okay. So every example you have to learn and come. In between that needs and all.
Nine. Go by.
मैंने उसके बाद एक क्लास में जो बच्चे बोल रहे हैं मैंने उसको में ऐसे अस्सी बोल क्लास
तुम लोग बोला नहीं तुम उससे आगे बढ़ते ना कुछ नहीं लगता अच्छा कुछ नहीं
They know Russian.
Hey, two. कहाँ गया?
Yes.
मेरे को भूल गई पता नहीं क्यों लगता है